try this at home. What's up everybody, I'm Shannon and this is Swamp Stalker Outdoors. So recently I had a company reach out to me and ask me if I'd be interested in testing out one of their products and doing a review on it. So I got online, checked them out, and I decided, yeah, hey, send it to me and I'll do a review on it. So the name of that company is Saker. They sent me a mini chainsaw and I'm gonna be testing that out for y'all today. So after I got on their website, I started looking around and, you know, my first impression was this is gonna be just a, you know, a cheap little chainsaw and it's probably not gonna last that long and, you know, but then I was kind of like, well, let me check out some of their other products. So as I started looking at some of their other products, I realized, hey, I actually bought some of their products before. So me and my wife, we got into woodworking and we decided also that we was gonna do our floors in our house. Now, if you ain't never done flooring before, hey, trying to figure out them angles and everything, it's a pain in the butt. So we bought this. This is a contour gauge. And basically what it is you can do any kind of angles and stuff, say around door frames and angles, you know, your wall angle. You push this in and the little teeth slide in and it gives you your angle and then you trace it. You know, this is excellent for wood flooring. This thing saved me and my wife. You know, we're into woodworking and you know, we're always trying to pick up little woodworking tools and things, you know, that we can use around the house. And well, we just, like I said, we decided to do laminate floors in our house and that thing come in handy. So, you know, I decided what the heck, man, you know, I like their contour gauge and I'm gonna give the chainsaw a try. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do an unboxing and then we're gonna go out in the field and we're gonna test this chainsaw out and we're gonna see what you know, we can do with it. All right, so let's jump into this unboxing and see what you get in the box. So the company actually has different boxes that they have. Now, this is the one they sent me, and I think what it is they send out, you know, to other channels or YouTube channels and people to do reviews on. They send them out this package, which this package only includes one battery, and it comes in a cardboard box. Now, if you go online and you look, they have a couple different packages. You can get this same package, which I think is like $67, and I'll put the price down here. And I believe the other one is like 76 or 86, and it comes with a hard plastic case, 2 batteries, and I want to say it comes with a couple chains. So let's jump into this, and I'm gonna show you exactly what you're gonna get. I think, like I said, this is like 67 bucks. So this is what they sent me. You got your charger. You got 120 volt battery. They send you a screwdriver. They send you a container of oil. And they send you a tool to tighten up the chain. Also, you get a manual. And this here, this is the chainsaw. Check that thing out, y'all. I mean, this thing is, it's absolutely tiny. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But as you're gonna see, hopefully, it's gonna be impressive for this little tool. I mean, I don't know what to say about it at this point because I ain't tested it out. I haven't even plugged in the battery to see if it works. So let's do that. Let's put the battery in it. So you got your battery, your connection. This is actually where you charge it. As you can see, there's a port right here on top of the battery. You just plug it in and charge it like that. So it doesn't have a base, which that's okay with me because I don't know about y'all. I've got a ton of these battery charger bases, and hey, this just makes it a little easier. So let's plug it in and make sure it works before we go test it out. So you just slide it on like that. It's got a safety button right here. You hold that button in. Hey, it seems like it got a lot of power. I mean, it's pretty loud. Chain is nice and tight. It looks pretty dang sharp. I'll give them that. You know, you got a cover over the chain so you don't get cut. Also, you got a cover right here for your hand so things ain't hitting your hand. So let's take this thing outside and let's see what we can do with it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and oil up the blade. And they provide the it ain't even open. That'd be a heck of a nut. There we go. All right, take two. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and oil up the chain. Now they provide a little bottle of oil, so that's what they recommend, or you can use vegetable oil, or I don't know, I've seen several things where they do different kinds of oils, you know, just regular chainsaw oil as well. Just cover it. Seems to be pretty sharp. All right, let's try some bigger stuff. Some of this out of the way. The only thing I noticed, being that it's such a small blade, is it bounces a lot. All right, so one thing I noticed, if you hold it out like this, you see it bounces around.
You do it again? Do it again so I can see it.
If you hold it out like this, the saw's gonna bounce around. See how it's bouncing and jerking around? But it has this flat spot right here. So make sure if you're doing it, you're up against that flat spot. And you just steadily push forward like this. That's helping it cut a lot better. Cuts it no problem. Cuts it like butter. And if you're gonna do safety videos, always wear your safety protection. Don't be like me. I mean, this thing cuts like butter. Look at that. I mean, let's try this bigger one. Now they say they don't recommend cutting over 4 inches. So it's wider than a blade. I say this is probably 2.5, 3 inch piece of wood. It's gonna be kind of hard to cut it at that, like that. Look at that. I mean, that's just eating it up. It started to bog down a little bit, but I mean, that's a pretty wide branch. It hesitates a little bit, something that big, but it's getting through it. As you can see from the chunks down here, I mean, look at them chunks coming out of there. They're big old chunks. Cutting it up, no problem. I'm impressed. I mean, this thing's done pretty good. I was worried about the oil, you know, because it doesn't have no kind of oil reservoir on it. You know, they just give you the little bottle of oil. But if you can, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's still some pretty good oil in there, and the blade's not hot at all. So it seems to be doing pretty good. Let's try go around the other side and see if we can cut something a little different. That's holding a lot of sawdust inside there. Look at that, cut it like butter. This thing is awesome, man. I like this. For 67 bucks, you can't beat that. Let's see what happens if I just try to cut straight through it without scoring it. Nice and smooth.
It's probably a little overkill for what that saw's intended to do.
It says it cuts up to 4 inches. I mean, that's probably 3 inches. All right, so we're gonna try to attempt to tighten this blade up. As you can see, it got a little bit loose cutting on that big stuff. And you always wanna take the battery out first. Pop the battery out. Now, I've never done this, so we're gonna see if we can figure it out. But it looks like to me, there's a set screw right there. And we should be able to...
You gotta loosen that big nut up, I think, first.
You think?
Yeah.
So we'll loosen the nut up.
It'll slide there.
I would recommend a little bit longer of a screwdriver because yeah, I tightened it right up. It's pretty good to me. Still pretty good bit of oil on there. Put the battery back in. And now we're gonna put it to a real test, y'all. Kids, don't try this at home. All right, so I'm gonna want to cut up here. Oh, the battery died. That's it. Dang. Well,
now what are we gonna do?
I can either put it on charge, or we're gonna push it over with a tractor. We don't want to leave the tree standing up, so I guess we'll put it on charge and see if we can get a little bit of charge put on it. But man, we almost got it. Like it's right there. One little cut on the other side. I believe this thing would have fell. But I mean, the battery lasts for quite a while. We are putting a lot of strain on it, so it's not meant to cut big things like this. But I'm Swamp Stalker Outdoors, and we don't never do anything we're supposed to do. It's always an adventure with us. All right, let's put her on charge. Battery's probably dead. Ready?
Yeah.
Hey, we did it.
With that little thing?
Hey, we cut that down with that little old saw. All right, so originally we thought the battery died, but apparently it got too hot because it's still working. Now, like I was saying earlier, this thing does hold a bunch of chips. So you need to clean the chips out. But hey, this thing is freaking awesome, man. I mean, you can't beat it. Now look, if you look here, it's chewing up the plastic a little bit on this plastic guard. So that's one little thing you have to keep an eye on. And it could be where I'm pushing on it because, like I said, this ain't made for cutting trees down. Won't be too bad. And that's double the size of the blade. So that's at least an 8-inch tree. So we did double what it was supposed to do, and the only thing it happened was it caused it to overheat. Chain loosens up, so you just gotta keep an eye on the chain. But all in all, it's still really, really sharp. Let's go cut a couple branches and just see how sharp it is.
Might be dead now.
I think it's dead now.
Sound like you got a workout.
Yeah, this tree's kicking my butt. I think it might be just getting too hot. I mean, if that ain't proof enough for y'all, I don't know what is.
Pretty good little handy saw.
This thing's pretty bad, but
It's lightweight too.
yeah. I mean, this is something you could throw in your boat or in your truck or whatever. You know, you're overlanding, keep it in your rig, keep branches, you know, from scratching up, or you're, you know, during hunting season, you know, you want to go out and trim up some trees, some shooting lanes. This would be perfect. But
What do you think?
dude, I'm happy. I'm happy. Thank you, Saker. I'm gonna get good use out of this one, and I highly recommend it. All right, everybody, so what do y'all think of that chainsaw? Do you think it's worth 67 bucks? In my opinion, I do. So I did a lot of cutting during this video, and I didn't put it all in the video because, you know, I didn't want the video to be long and drawn out, but I tried to just kind of highlight a lot of the cutting, you know, from different size branches up to the big tree, and do not attempt to try to cut trees down like that. I wanted to really push this saw to its limits. I wanted to see what this thing had, you know, and what it could withstand. You know, if I'm gonna recommend a product, I want it to be something that I will go out and buy. Actually, after I'd done this video, I liked the saw so much that I went out and I bought 2 more chains for it. They were 2 chains for 15 bucks. So I said, man, you know, I like the saw. I plan on keeping it, and I definitely want to get a couple more chains for it. Now, I wish I would have got a battery, but I'm actually contemplating on getting another saw combo, and just so I can have another extra battery. Now, I didn't see on their website any place that you could buy, you know, just the batteries alone. Now, if a 4-inch saw ain't big enough for y'all, they do sell a 6-inch saw. Now, that's 2 extra inches. You imagine what kind of tree I could cut down with a 6-inch blade? You know, that's 2 extra inches, man. So, hey, Saker, if you're listening and you want to send me a 6-inch saw, I'd love to get one. I'd like to do a review on the 4-inch and the 6-inch and do a comparison on what the difference is, and you know how much more stuff I could cut down and bigger stuff I could cut down. Seriously though, you know, I really appreciate Saker sending me this saw out, and at first I was kind of contemplating on how far to push this thing, and I didn't want to break it, and you know, I will never cut nothing down with it again, you know, like as big as I did. But let me tell you, you know, I think that I showed that this saw will hold up, you know, longevity. Hopefully, you know, it'll keep going, and maybe I'll do a follow-up video. But you know, like I said, I highly recommend it, and thanks, Saker, for sending it to me. All right, everybody, so that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and like I said, man, just go over and check out the Saker saws, and if you're looking for other kinds of products, they have several different types of products. So go check their website out, or go on Amazon and check them out. Trust me, you're not gonna be disappointed. But anyways, I'll catch y'all on the next venture, and I appreciate y'all watching. Bye, y'all.